What's up, people? Happy Thursday. The week is like literally almost over ASAP. I hope all of you are having a great day so far. Um so let me just get into this episode. I agree with a lot of your comments from yesterday. Julian, he's stupid to think that he could just leave the mob and there's no repercussions. He's stupid for that. But let me just school some of you on something. I know a lot of you don't know a lot about the mob. I'm what you ever heard of a wine connoisseur? You know, a person that knows a lot about wine and shit like that. I'm sort of like a mob connoisseur. I know a lot about the mob. You know, not overly too much about the mob, but I do know some things about the mob. The mob is a very complicated business, as some of you know. It is very, a lot of you should know that the mob is complicated. You can leave the mob without there being any repercussions. You actually can, but you have to be the boss, the sole boss. See, the problem with Julian leaving the mob is he's not the boss of the mob. He's the front boss. He's not the capo, so to speak. He's the lieutenant. Luke is the capo. Meaning, if you have a boss above you, you can't just walk away. If you're the only boss, you can walk away without there being any problems. Because all the families are going to do is they're going to promote somebody within your organization to take over your organization, take over all your illegal businesses, your territories. That's what they do if you're the only boss. But in Julian's case, like I said, he's not the only boss. He answers to Luke. So that's where the problem comes in. That's why he can't just walk away. But if you're the only boss, yeah, you can walk away. Like I said in the comments before, John Gotti Jr. took over the Gambino crime family for his father, John Gotti Sr. John Gotti Jr. got arrested. When he got out of prison, he left the Gambino crime family. There was no repercussions against him, not that I've heard. And I did look it up. I researched it. He's living a pretty good life right now, a legitimate life. Nobody's come after him. And the Gambino crime family promoted someone to take over his spot because that's what they do, because he was the only boss of that crime family. So there's no repercussions towards him, and they know he's loyal. They know that he's not going to go to the cops and tell them information that he knows. They know that, so they don't have to worry about him. So let me just explain. So I just had to explain that to some of you who don't know. The mob is a very complicated thing. See, you can quit the mob without repercussions, but then again, you can't. It depends on the situation. It's complicated. I wish that Julian would have just told Alexis who the boss was, but I can understand too why he didn't. But by him not doing something about this, you're giving fake Luke more power over you. And Luke isn't going to stop until Julian's family is dead. So by him not stepping up and doing what he got to do to protect the family, according to Julian, he's protecting the family by not giving up his boss's identity. No, you're not. You're not protecting the family. You're hurting them even worse. If you give up your boss's identity, the cops can handle this. And if they get him behind bars, he can't hurt your family. Put some guards on your family. You have more than enough cash to do it. Put some guards, do what you got to do. Sam, she can take care of herself. I would still put a guard on her, but she can still take care of herself. Sam's kick-ass. She carries a gun around pretty often, so she's kick-ass. She can handle herself. Nathan, I can understand why he would think that Sonny was the one that targeted Lucas or Julian or whatever. I cannot understand that because Nathan is new to the show. He's new to Port Charles, so he doesn't really know the history. He doesn't know people's motives, and he doesn't know how Sonny operates. But Sam knows how Sonny operates, and she knows Sonny would never go after Lucas. Because for one, that's Carly's brother. He would never harm anybody in Carly's family. And we all know that. Sonny would never go after anybody's family to get to that person. He would never physically harm somebody's son or daughter or cousin, brother to get to that person. Well, brother, maybe. Son, kids, no, he wouldn't do it. That's not Sonny's MO, and it's not his style. So they can just rule Sonny out. Sonny had nothing to do with that hit. But I'm pretty sure Sam is starting to figure out Julian has a boss. She's starting to figure it out because Sam is not dumb. She knows that Julian can't just leave the mob like that because she figured it out. Somebody had a problem with him leaving the mob, obviously. And it's not going to take long for her to put the pieces together. Sam's not a dummy. She's a very smart woman. Luke. Luke, oh my lord, fake Luke, fluke, whatever. He's a son of a bitch. He came up in there and pointed that gun at Ned. I was like, oh, hell to the no. Hell no. He done went way too far. He went far when he was hitting on Kiki. He went too far when he had Lucas shot. Now he's taking it too far. Now you're pointing a gun on Ned, threatening to kill him and make it look like a suicide. Okay, this fake Luke got to go now. It's time for real Luke to come back now because this shit is getting a little bit too crazy for me. Tracy. I had high hopes for Tracy today. I could have sworn she was believing Ned. Like by the facial expressions that she was giving, I could have sworn she was believing him. But the fact that this bitch told him to leave the mansion, go to a hotel, go back to Paris, wherever he was. I was like, seriously, Tracy? I think in the back of her mind, she believes Ned. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tracy, I just got a feeling Tracy believes Ned. A part of her believes her son. Because there's no way in hell her son would make up something like this. She has to believe him. There's no way Tracy could be this damn stupid. Now I've been starting to see why Edward didn't leave her ELQ. And this is the precise reason Edward did not leave her ELQ. Because it's the men. He doesn't have a problem with Tracy's business sense. Edward knows Tracy's a smart CEO. Edward knows Tracy's a smart CEO. But Tracy's taste in men is what messes with ELQ. She put money from Gino Solido, whatever mob money he had, put it into ELQ, which could have fucked it up with the SEC. It could have shut ELQ down. I mean, ELQ lost a lot of business and a lot of money because of that. Then you marry Anthony Zakara. He wants ELQ. He's a mob boss. You marry Luke. Luke is a con artist. This is why Edward did not leave her the shares. And I agree with Edward's decision to split the shares amongst the grandkids and the great grandkids and amongst Monica and Alice. It made perfect sense not to leave that company to Tracy. Her taste in men is what ruins that family, and it's what ruins that company. And I applaud Edward for doing what he did. Now I understand why Edward did it. Because at first, months ago, like a year ago, 2 years ago, I didn't get it. A part of me got it, but a part of me didn't. Because she was so loyal to him as far as ELQ was concerned. For the later part of the years, she, ran the shit out of that company. But her taste in men is what ruins the business. So I don't know. It's just Tracy. That's some crazy shit. Tracy just ugh. TJ, I'm glad that he had Molly there for him. Hopefully, when this is all said and done, his mother will be able to, tell him about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring the truth to him because he deserves that. But I can understand why Jordan can't tell him right now because the case is still ongoing and it's going to put TJ in danger. Rick and Elizabeth, I had no interest in their conversation today. I'm just not interested in Elizabeth, period. I know she has a fan base, a lot of fans or whatnot. I'm just not interested in her. She's boring to me. And I wish that they would do something better with Rick instead of waste him. Like, Rick Hurst is like one of the best actors. Why waste the talent on that skank? I'm just saying. So Jordan and Anna. Anna is so, I don't get this. How the fuck can she even arrest Julian? She can't arrest Julian. First of all, you can't arrest him. He wasn't not at the drug bust. If he's not physically at the drug bust, then you can't arrest him. Just because the people that you busted were known Jerome associates doesn't mean dick. It don't mean nothing. Anna has no proof Julian even set that shipment up. She had no proof of that. She had no proof that it was his shipment. She had no proof of nothing. He wasn't even there. So you can't arrest him. She has to let him go. Because he could deny everything and she has no proof, nothing that ties him to that shipment. And Jordan already told her, he's not the boss anymore. There's somebody higher than him. So now Anna and Jordan decide to come up with a plan to flush out the new boss, which I think is smart. Anna just doesn't want to take responsibility for botching that bust. And she did botch it. Because she should have been a lot, this was all personal for her. She should have went about it a better way. Sonny and Duke, I'm just beyond sick of Sonny and Duke. Like, seriously, Sonny's a piece of shit and dumb. Like, he still thinks Rick Lansing is a part of this, obviously. Sonny, shoot yourself. Duke, now that he wants to quit his organization now that Julian is behind bars, but they don't even know that Julian doesn't even work for the organization no more. He's not even in the mob anymore. So all of that was for nothing. Anyway, I'll see you all later for my Sims 3 General Hospital review. I'll see you all in a minute. I'm out.